Come here! God! God! God!
Whoa.
Years. 20 long years.
My fault. That's the decision your mother made. Or about our father's decision. Mikush and me were on your side.
Bollocks! You let us eat shit. And you and your little tailor just watched us doing it.
I tried to help you as much as I could. I found work for your mother.
On the field, she had a back like a dry twig, and you knew it.
Calm down and let her go.
All I want is what belongs to me. I want my family inheritance.
That inheritance isn't yours. I got it. And you know very well why.
You should have shared it, and not left us to end up in poverty.
I'm not discussing this with you. Let her go now.
Do you want to say something?
Tell him more, please.
Do you hear that? The girl's wiser than you.
Don't get involved in this, Vendula.
Please, I don't want to die.
Calm down. Nothing will happen to you.
If you don't start talking now, I swear to God I'll do something.
Don't touch her.
I will. I'll do it. Really.
More!
You'll never get that inheritance. Not even if you stood on your head. You're full of shit.
Do you think so?
Uncle, please.
Shut your mouth. And you. What's this?
My dear, sweet Vendula. What have you done? Fucking murderer!
Bloody hell. I hope
You foul
What do you
beast.
want to do? This won't end well. Told you I'd do it.
I hate you!
Shut up.
At least your damn mother died, like a pig in that dung heap of yours.
Shut your mouth. She was your sister.
She deserved it. She was an ordinary whore, and mad on top of it.
Enough.
Oh!
Let him spill. And what, for 20 years?
Let her go immediately.
Take another step, and I'll slit her throat.
Mikush is alive. Nobody has to get hurt.
What do I care? Stay back, I say.
Let her go. We can talk this over. It's not your fault what you've done. You've gone through horrible things.
What could you know about that?
Believe me, I know. You're horribly angry and you can't control yourself. But no one else should suffer because of that. Talk to me. Peacefully.
Peacefully. All right. We'll do it your way.
Praise be to God.
Look, I know it doesn't look good, but I was in the right. The money they hid, it belongs to me. It's my inheritance.
I don't understand. You'll have to explain it to me.
My grandfather, old Svotosh, was rich. He worked the fields all around Messelis. He built a beautiful house. He had many children, but only 2 daughters made it into adulthood. Svatova and my mother, Ludmila. When he was dying, he fucked my mother over and gave the house and all his money to Svatova and that tailor of hers.
To disinherit his daughter like that. It's strange to say the least. Did he have a reason to do that?
Reason? Svatosh hated my father. He was just your average poor commoner, but that wasn't good enough for his high and mighty self. Svatova and Mikush got married off in Kutenberg at the church of St. Peter and Pavel. But did they invite my parents? I was still little, but I remember he treated us like dirt. And not just him. We barely had any proper food to eat. Pa had to go work in the mines at Horsham for a few groschen. He ended up trapped under rubble there. He died a cripple. After that, no one even moved a finger to help us. Not Svatova, not Mikush, no one.
You're damn lucky I came in time to help, Mikush. Things might have ended up much worse.
I only wanted justice. Nothing more.
Tell me one thing. How did you survive what happened in Messelis?
Dumb fucking luck, I reckon. That band of despicable cutthroats. Once they made their way into the courtyard, all hell broke loose. Tried to defend ourselves, but everyone but me fell. So I fled to save my brother and mother. But it was too late. Everything was burning. I took off running and didn't stop until I was deep in the forest.
No matter what you've done, I must admit, I feel sorry for you. I know well what you went through. How did you join up with the bandits?
My first night out, I slept under a tree. I was starving. So I went out hunting for mushrooms, but then I saw a fire. It was that gang. Captain Loiser was their leader, a big fella. They said they'd let me join if I beat him in a fight. So I beat him. And they made me their leader.
And what about Loiser?
They buried him in a glade.
I reckon that was no great loss.
I don't know. We didn't really get to know each other.
Your family? What happened to them?
No one survived. No one was expecting it. Once the soldiers entered the village, there was no escape. Their captain caught his eye on my brother, who worked with me in the courtyard. Franz was barely 15. He didn't stand a chance. I ran out to the fields for Ma, but they got there first. All I could hear was her screaming. And then it stopped. I lost everyone. But Svatova and Mikush didn't.
I'm sorry, but your misfortune gives you no right to harm others. If you felt aggrieved, you should have found another way. Violence solves nothing.
That's the first time I've heard that. You don't exactly look like the type of man that would avoid, say, torturing an enemy. Or am I wrong?
I need to have a good reason to get violent.
Are you saying I didn't have a good reason?
Drat told me you were attracted to Vendula.
That's not true.
Don't lie. I hear she danced with you, and you were over the moon.
I wasn't. I just... Not so many girls dance with me.
Because you're just a hired hand?
Well, she's my cousin. So I wasn't head over heels for her or anything. No way. I mean, who want me anyway?
I get it. You're alone and desperate. It's sad not to have someone by your side.
You're right.
But believe me, there is someone out there for everyone. It's God's will.
You think so?
Certainly. Try and pray more. And visit the baths. That's important.
I wish I heard that earlier.
But it's never too late to change, believe me. Look at me. I'm just an ordinary village boy.
You might be right.
In any case, you should apologise. You put them through hell.
I won't apologise to anyone. They had a guilty conscience because of what they did to me. If they shared just a bit of their wealth, nothing would have happened to them. But they didn't. They fucked up my life. I'm poor and alone.
Enough talk.
Be reasonable. No one died in the end.
I said enough talk. I know how to end this whole unfortunate situation. Take what I said about rectification to heart and leave here in peace.
Very well. I was getting sick of the bandit life anyway. You'll never see me around these parts again. I swear. Farewell.
Hey, Hanka!
Where's he going?
I have no idea. That fella told him to leave. I don't get it. Hey, Hanka! Hanka! Talk to us! Hanka, wait!
You both all right?
My sweet Vendula, did he hurt you?
I'm all right, Ma.
Thank God. Thanks for the rescue, Henry. And thank you for Mickish, too. The poor things must have suffered. Hunker, that bastard. I hope he'll pay for all his crimes.
I'll let him go.
For God's sake, why? A bastard like that? He's a bandit. He'll hurt someone else. You should have killed him on the spot.
Hanka didn't end up killing anyone.
Oh, stop talking nonsense. Every criminal deserves a just punishment. And I thought seeing my own home burned to the ground was the worst thing.
We've gone through a lot, Ma. So much suffering. We have to leave this place. Get as far away as possible, as soon as possible.
Wait. Did you hear something?
I don't hear anything.
There! Again! Someone's outside. Jesus. It's those bandits. There must have been more of them.
Ma, take it easy. I don't hear anything.
Henry, go and have a look.
It's not the bandits. Look who's come home.
Mikush!
Pa!
You made it here quickly.
I came as fast as I could. I nearly gave up the ghost. I was so worried about the two of you.
I'm so glad you survived. That horrible hunker tried to kill us.
I know. All because of the inheritance. He went absolutely mad.
If it weren't for Henry, he'd have killed Vendula. And then me.
That lunatic. Who would have guessed that about him? He used to be a good lad.
After all that, Henry let that good lad go.
Well, let's hope he never shows up here again. I'm awfully knackered. I need to lie down for a bit. Will you help me?
Of course, Pa. Come and rest inside.
I reckon you're hungry too. Vendula, give him some gruel. It should still be warm.
All right. Come on, Pa. Carefully.
And the two of us should have a word.
Mikush, how are you?
Not well, my friend. I've never felt so low.
How is he?
Not well. He needs to rest.
What about you?
Not so good either. I'm still trembling. In any case, thanks for the rescue. Who knows what Hanker is capable of? That is, if he doesn't come back.
What's the story with your inheritance?
I didn't know anything about what Hanker was so angry about. Nothing about any disinheritance or quarrels. Or do you mean how Ma buried it? Aye, I saw her taking everything of value from the house and loading it onto a handcart. But honestly, I just thought it was another of her whims. But I couldn't have been more wrong.
Was Hanker entitled to the inheritance?
Who knows? He was always just a strange cousin to me. We greet each other, but that's all. I never could have expected what someone like him is capable of. When he goes mad.
What about that one time you danced with Hanker?
What about it?
I hear he sort of fell for you after that.
That's not true. And if it was, what do I care?
I think that by dancing with him, you were making fun of him. Isn't that right?
Making fun of him? Why would I do that?
Because you wanted to put on a show for your friends from the village. Because you knew Hanker's not right in the head, so you did it on purpose. And you nearly paid for it with your life and the lives of your family.
Aye. The girls kept tagging me on to do it. To ask the ugliest bloke there to dance.
So it was just a stupid dare.
If only I'd known I was only adding fuel to the fire. My God. Just lie still, Pa.
Ugh. I'm so tired.
Rest. It'll be all right.
Are you all right, Mikush?
No. I need to rest.
What did you want to talk about?
I wanted to thank you for everything. You saved our entire family.
I'm glad I could help.
As you might have figured out, everything that happened was all because of our inheritance, which I hid from the soldiers in Messalis. I understand you've done everything you can for us, but I wanted to ask if you could go and get it for us. You're a strong, capable man, and you don't scare easy, and it'll be worth your efforts. Trust me.
All right, I'll look for it. But you'll have to tell me where I'll find it.
Listen, I'll tell you everything. My memory's not as good as it once was. Our house is the third one on the right when you follow the main road towards Visoka. Anyone entering the village goes by our house. Must have been about 2 days before the tragedy. The neighbor boy ran over and started yelling about how something was coming, that he'd heard it from the patrol on the road. No one believed him, not even his pa. After all, why would soldiers attack a monastery village, one far from their camp? It didn't make any sense. That night, though, I had a strange dream. I tried to put out a fire, but the more water I poured on it, the bigger the flames got. So I decided to hide all our valuables. Only I couldn't do it during the day. I was worried someone would see me. I put all of it in a chest, loaded it onto a handcart, and waited till nightfall.
Did you believe your dream?
Dreams are gifts from God. They can tell the future. Don't you know that? But anyway, when night fell, I snuck out the back of our house with a handcart, making my way through the hole in the fence next to the compost heap. Mikush was supposed to fix that hole a long time ago, but as good as he is with a needle and thread, well, when it comes to other work, you can forget about it. At least it made things easier for me. First, I headed right. Then I turned left, up the path, around the neighbor's barn. It's outside his fence. I had to stop there, because the neighbor's little brat was still awake and wandering around. Fortunately, he didn't see me. So I kept going past a low wall where 2 paths cross. There, I went left. Once I was safely out of the village, a dog started barking at me, so I had to pick up the pace. Instead of turning right down the path, I went straight into the field there. That handcart was damned heavy, and it was rough going off the path, across the field, making it to the woods. But the wheel got stuck there. I couldn't go any further, and it was pitch black. I lit a lantern and dug a pit to fit that chest. Took me forever. When I was done, I could barely walk straight. The sun was coming up. I left the handcart and shovel there and went back the way I came. I hope those directions are good enough for you to find it.
Why did you do all that work yourself? Why didn't your husband help?
The fewer people know about it, the better. I didn't want to leave anything to chance.
That's all I need. I'll go and find your inheritance. What's the story with your inheritance?
My father, old man Svatos, was quite wealthy, at least compared to the rest of the village. You see, he worked all fields and farms around here. He had 9 children, but only me and my younger sister Ludmilla made it into adulthood. And then, when he died, he left everything to me. He wanted to be sure, because with Ludmilla, he was worried she'd blow through all of it.
Why did your father disinherit Ludmilla?
She was quite flighty. She liked to have a good time, if you know what I mean. She was never without a man. Then she brought this hired hand home. Fanos was his name. She had to marry him, as she was in the family way. Svatos threw her out of the house without a second thought, heartlessly. And he never mentioned her again.
Why didn't you help Ludmilla then? Hanka said you didn't care about them. That you left them to starve to death.
That's not true. I offered to help her. I found her a job, but it was in vain. She was mad. Sometimes something came over her, like she was possessed. It was frightening, and it got worse and worse. It seems Hanka has inherited it from her. Those aren't the kind of people you let live in your house.
How did Svatos become so wealthy?
He was a good farmer. When he was young, he worked on a big farm somewhere near Colleen and worked his way up from the bottom to become the custodian. But it's no coincidence he ended up in Mezeles. He was close with the old custodian of the Sedlets monastery. They were friends. Sometimes you've just got to meet good fortune halfway.
Why didn't you help Hanka at least? He lost his father after he got hurt in the mines. He must have been desperate.
Fanos? A miner? Where did you hear that? He never stepped foot out of the village. He drank so much, he lost his job and then fell off a cliff at Simperk. He's a common swindler. And he's delusional, just like his lunatic mother. I hope our paths never cross again.
What did he do with such a large inheritance?
What do you think? I took care of it the way Pa wanted, so our Groshin didn't just roll away from us. So our Vendula would have a good life, a good dowry, and a good husband. At least someone as good as my Mikush.
I'd like to know more about Mezeles.
Those are sad memories.
You know, I've been through something similar. Sigismund's army burned down my hometown. Skalitz.
My lord! Thank God you managed to save yourself.
Unfortunately, very few of us were so lucky. My ma and pa stayed behind.
I'm so sorry to hear that. What would you like to know, Henry?
I know reliving it isn't easy, but I'd be interested to know how the attack unfolded.
Like I said, we were prepared for it. Unlike the others, the soldiers came from the main road. First the horsemen. They cut down anyone who stood in their way. Then came the first flaming arrows, and the roofs began to burn. The horsemen then stormed the farm, and that's all I saw. May God save the souls of those innocent people.
You said you were prepared. So someone warned you?
I already told you, Henry. A few days earlier, the neighbor boy was shouting about how he had heard something was going to happen. And then I had the strange dream. So I decided to get ready, just in case.
Did you know where you'd flee to?
I did. I remember this old hut by Billiny. A long time ago, the Lord's huntsman and his family lived there. When the forest fell under the ownership of the monastery, he had to move out. It was empty for years, and now it's our home.
What was Mesteles like before all this? Was it a big village?
I wouldn't call it big. Maybe back in my father's day, but not in recent years. As more and more silver started coming out of the mines, people moved to work in Kutenberg. It wouldn't surprise me if there was nobody left to work in the fields soon. But what can you do? That's a question for the custodian. And there's no reason to ask now anyway.
Was there anything peculiar about Mesteles?
What do you mean?
Well, something worth looking for, I mean. Something the soldiers might have wanted.
They didn't attack us for our buried inheritance, that's for sure. They came for food and plunder. Though, on second thought, I heard something about a mysterious cave that's supposedly beneath Mesteles. But I reckon that's just an old wives' tale.
What are you going to do now?
I hope that inheritance brings us back the happiness we've lost. I hope our suffering ends soon, and we'll see better days again.
I'm going for the inheritance. I hope it's still there.
I'm sure it is. No one would ever think to look where it's hidden. Me, Vendula, and Mikus will wait here for you. The angel of the Lord declared unto Mary, and she conceived of the
Mikush?
Please, let Mary say.
Mats! Go! Quick! 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 Whoa! Whoa! Quick!
For fuck's sake, I can't listen to this anymore. Watch out, Benish has a toothache again.
God bless. I'm Henry.
Hoof hurts.
What?
I say, my hoof hurts, Hammy.
Ah, your tooth. Hurts, huh?
Help me.
Help you? Yeah, why not? Pa was a blacksmith. I must have watched him pull teeth 100 times. It didn't look too complicated.
Then hold it out already. Quickly.
And which one is it?
Hey, on the bottom.
Stop squirming and hold still.
Mary, mother of God, it's out. It's really out.
Do you want it as a keepsake?
Fuck no. Throw that awful thing away. Mercy be, lad, thanks. And here's a few groschen for beer.
Tell me something about yourself.
Well, fine then. Mine is a sad story, lad. My parents never liked me. They hated me so much, they didn't even show up when I was born. They probably would have skipped my conception if there wasn't something in it for them too. My granddad and grandma raised me. Granddad was a bandit. Grandma was a whore. I thought about whose footsteps to follow. And to this day, I'm not sure if I chose well. As a boy, I hoped to marry the neighbour's daughter and live with her on my parents' farm. But my parents didn't leave me a farm, and the neighbours didn't have a daughter. So there you go.
I'm starting to think you don't want to talk with me.
You are correct. You may have helped me, but that doesn't make us friends.
This is sharp enough as it is.
Praise God.
Well, that did
Greetings to you too. Don't stray too far in case Venice starts up again.
Well, that did the trick.
What? So Benesh and his men are mercenaries? And shit ones at that?
What?
Well, that did the trick.
Jesus Christ be praised.
Good work, lad.
Sir Benesh and his 3 companions, Frenzlin Click, Joachim, and Paishal, hereby agree to protect the inhabitants and property of Messalis.
What the hell are you talking about? Where'd you find this contract?
You let those poor bastards pay you, but when they were in need, you ran away.
That wasn't our fault. It was that little brat. He must have yelled 100 times that soldiers were coming, so we didn't take them seriously. But then, they really did come.
So you shut yourselves and ran away.
And what in the blazes were we supposed to do? 4 against 40.
I really don't care. That's your business. I just wanted to see what your reply would be.
Well, you heard it. Satisfied? Good work, lad.
Quick! Whoa! sick!
Pray for a quick death, you bastard.
The lords are playing soldiers, and it's the ordinary folks that suffer. Just like in Skalitz. Stench of fire. No. I don't want to be reminded of that day. This is where Svativa took the handcart onto the meadow. The inheritance can't be far. What's that you got? Come here! Come here! Come here! Come here! Come here! Ja! Quick! Ja! Ja! Whoa! Whoa!
Well,
Aye, almost done.
I was in Messeles and followed your instructions.
And? Did you find it?
The chest was buried by the forest, exactly where you said. Next to the handcart.
My God! Thank you for everything. Vendula, Mikush, Henry has returned, and he found our inheritance.
finally, some good news.
Don't keep us waiting, Henry. Let's see what you have for us.
Here's everything I found.
Fabric, Roshan, and our ancestor? Nothing's missing.
This fabric's as good as new. Think of all the money this will make.
Finally, fortune smiled upon us.
It surely has. I told you that once our ancestor comes back to us, everything will be like it once was. Thank you, Henry. Here's something for your efforts. If you ever feel like learning something new, Mikush here would be glad to teach you.
So he teach me to play dice, eh?
You can't learn dice. You have to have it in your blood.
That's not what I meant. He's a tailor by trade, so he can show you how to mend your clothes.
I reckon I could. Stop by, Henry. I'll find time for you.
God bless.
Greetings.
How the...
What do you have for... Let's talk.
I was glad to.
Before I forget, I found your hat. Here it is.
My hat? I thought I'd never see it again. I made it myself. It's the latest Italian style. You won't find another one like it. Thank you very much, Henry.
I see you're on your feet. You feeling better?
Thank God, Vendula took care of me. So I'm feeling much better. Thanks for asking. I reckon it'll be a while before I dance again. But no matter. At least I can still hold a needle and thread.
I'd like to learn something.
What is this about?
I'd like to be able to repair more than just a hole in my hose.
All right then. But it'll take a while.
Come here.
Ow!
Gah!
Whoa, whoa. Whoa.
God be with you. What do you need?
Did you find that band that robbed you yet?
Posey tracked down their camp, but, well, stop by and see him. He'll tell you everything. God be with you.
I'd like to learn something. What are you interested in? I'd like to improve my swordplay.
All right then, but it'll take a while.
I'd like to learn something.
What are you interested in?
I'm still not very good with a halberd.
Fine, but it'll take some time.
I'd like to learn a new combat technique.
Don't be foolish.
I'd like to learn a new combat technique.
Why not? If you have a bit of time, let's get to it. A warrior should be able to take down an enemy even without a weapon. If you want, I'll show you a move I like to call the scissor strike. I like using it because it only stuns your opponent, but doesn't kill him.
That sounds good. Teach me that.
Of course. Well, like I said, You have to be able to take your opponent down with just your bare hands. After you open with a few hooks, attack his neck with both hands, just like a tailor cutting cloth. If you crush his Adam's apple while you're at it, that wretch's days are over. Now, come and try it a few times. What do you think? Good one, eh? Let it sit for a while and you'll get it in your blood. You'll see.
I'd like to learn a new combat technique.
Certainly. Why not? Practice makes perfect. But there's one sword technique every experienced swordsman should know. The main thing is to keep in mind that defense is all about practice, but attacking is about overcoming fear. If you can do that, you'll become a master.
That sounds good. Teach me that.
Very well. I really think you should know this one. It's actually a kind of feigned attack, after which you quickly go around your opponent's weapon and strike at his neck. It's just like a slap with the sword's blade that can be done even if you have a shield in your other hand. Now, come and try it a few times. Good. You've got what it takes to be a damn good warrior. Keep it up, my friend.
I'd like to learn a new combat technique.
Why not? If you have a bit of time, let's get to it. I think it might be useful for you to learn how to use wrestling holds in a sword fight. From what I've seen so far, you don't seem to use them at all.
That sounds good. Teach me that.
Aye, no worries. But you should know, this is more of a wrestling move than a sword-fighting one. You rain blows on your opponent from above, and when he's expecting another, you put a quick lock on his weapon hand and yank it against your sword's pommel. In short, don't forget to use your whole body in battle, not just your sword's blade. Now, come and try it a few times. What do you think? Good one, eh? Let it sit for a while and you'll get it in your blood. You'll see.
I'd like to...
What do you want?
Can we fight together?
What did you have in mind? Practice or the real thing?
I want to fight with real weapons.
All right.
I'd like to fight against at least 2 opponents.
Can we start?
Ha! 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 I'll rip your ass open. Ha! Ah! I give up.
You want to try me? Useless. What the fuck was that? My compliments, lad. You fought honorably and defeated me. This time.
Would you like another round?
Gladly.